Hello dear students, we are studying chapter number 3, that is properties of natural resources. In last video we have studied about different natural resources and also we have seen some properties of air, and in that air is having mass, weight, air is a colorless, tasteless, odorless, and also we have studied about atmospheric pressure. In today's video we are going to learn remaining properties of air. So first it is humidity. Let us start this session with humidity. Now students, what is this humidity? So it is a capacity to hold water inside air. Means air holds water, and such capacity or such property is called as a humidity. One activity is given in your textbook. Let us see this first. Suppose this is a glass and some ice cubes are present into the glass. Now if we keep this glass for some time, after some time we can observe water is saturated. Water is saturated on the surface of this glass. Now why the water is saturated here? Why it happens? So students, see very carefully. Temperature inside the glass is very low. We know the ice cube, these ranges from 0 to 4 degrees Celsius, and the temperature out of the glass, it is means room temperature. It will be 27 degrees Celsius, means high temperature is present out of the glass, very low temperature is present inside the glass. And remember here the constituents of air, which are oxygen, carbon dioxide, nitrogen dioxide, carbon monoxide, sulfur dioxide, water vapors are there, water vapors, dust particles, and so on. So just remember these all constituents. So water vapor, these are the constituents of air. So these water vapors are present around this glass. Water vapors are present around the glass, and these are coming and struck to the glass. Water vapors which are present around the glass, these are struck to the glass surface, and as they are coming from high heat area to the low heat area, or they are facing very low heat, so that this water vapor becomes water, and such process is called as a condensation. We have studied about this in last year, condensation. Okay students, condensation means water vapor turns into water again. Such process is called as a condensation. And here same thing happen. These water vapors, they are becoming water. They turns into the water, and so that water is saturated around the glass surface or on the glass surface. Now students, humidity. Where high heat area is present, at that place high humidity is present, and where very low amount of heat is present, in that regions, in that place very less humidity we can observe. Now that humidity is depends upon the heat. Where high heat area is present, high humidity we can observe. So this is about humidity, which is important property of air. Now students, come to the next property, that is scattering of light. Another more important property of air, that is scattering of light. Scattering of light. Now let us see what is scattering. We know that different sources of light are present. Some are natural sources, where some are man-made sources. Natural sources like sun, we get light from sun, and man-made sources, some electronic equipments are there. So these are different sources of light by which we get light. Now we also know that light is always travels in straight line path. Light travels in a straight line path. Now just suppose this is sun. This is sun and this is earth. Okay. Now rays of light are, or we get light from sun to earth is a non-luminous object. It do not have their own light. So it get light from sun. and these sunlight, these sun rays are travel in a straight line path when these are enters into the earth atmosphere. When these sunlights are enters into the earth's atmosphere, they strucks to different constituents of atmosphere. That sun rays, that sunlights which are coming in straight line path, they strucks to the different constituents of the atmosphere. Suppose these are different constituents. Some are gases, molecules, some are dust particles, some are molecules, small particles of water vapors too. So when a ray of light strikes to the any constituent of air, any small particle which is present into the atmosphere, then it scattered or it distract in another direction. It goes in another direction. Okay, and such phenomenon is called as the scattering of light. Okay, so when this light is coming on this particle, then it scatters, it distracts in another direction, and that phenomenon is called as a scattering of light, which is another property because this scattering takes place into the atmosphere or by the constituents of atmosphere. So it is another property of air. Now come to the next property. It is again one more important property of air, the thermal regulation or temperature regulation. Temperature regulation. Let us see what is temperature regulation. It is also called heat regulation, thermal regulation. Now students, also we get heat from sun. We get heat from sun. Sun is the largest source of heat. Again, suppose this is sun, this is earth, and the rays coming from sun, they are provide us light, they are provide us heat too. Now students, again when these sun rays or sun light are coming from sun, they structure to the different constituents of atmosphere, different molecules, and in that, when suppose just we will consider here single ray of light, single ray of sunlight, when it strikes on that molecule, then what happen? Either it goes back to the space, either these sun rays goes back to the space, and some time what happen, these sun rays are reaches to the earth surface. Some sun rays, these are reaches to the earth surface, where some goes back to the space, and some sun rays are held by different constituents, different gas molecules. See again here, sun rays coming from the sun, these are when struck to the different constituents, different particles which are present into the atmosphere, then either they goes back or they reaches to the earth surface, and some are held by gas molecules. So in this way, the earth surface, it gets warm, and also whatever the large amount of heat, excess amount of heat which was present here, it is held by different gas molecules. So in this way, temperature on earth is maintained. So it is also helps to maintain the temperature on earth. Means atmosphere regulates the temperature, or it maintains the temperature on earth surface, and this is another property, that is thermal regulation. Now come to the next and last property of air, that is transmission of sound. Transmission of sound. Now students, sound. We are present on the earth's surface. Atmosphere is around us, and we can hear every kind of sound. We can hear different sounds, sounds of cries of birds, cries of animal, sound or sound of peoples, and so many objects which are created sound. Every sound we can heard as we are present on the earth surface, we are present on the atmosphere. It means that the waves of sound which are produced between two objects. When two objects touch to each other, when the waves are forms, these waves are propagates into the earth, propagates from the air medium. Sound waves are propagates into air medium. Propagates means what? The waves of sound which are produced by different objects, which are produced by people, birds, animals, all these sound waves, these are propagates through the air medium. Propagates means what? Spreads in all direction. These sound waves are spreads in all the direction, and so that air is a medium of sound propagation. Air is what? A medium of sound propagation. Okay students, so it is another more important property that air transmit the sound. Transmission of sound takes place into the air medium. So it is a medium for propagation of sound. So this is about the properties of air, and in next video we will see remaining part of the chapter. Till then, thank you.